year or what?
No.
Well, then screw him.
Why should Pete Rose get in?
Because, man, that's a long time ago.
I know.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
Okay. That's a fair point. But, all right, well, let's just see. His career WAR is 72.7, which, whatever. Career batting average of 313. Hey, Vasco, how you doing, buddy? He's got 383 home runs. He did lead the league in home runs in 1997. He led the league in batting average in 3 years of his career. He did spend the majority of his career in Colorado from 95 to 2005. He was the MVP in 97, the year he led the league with 49 home runs. So he was in the, let's see, he got 7th in Rookie of the Year. That doesn't mean much. His 162 game average, like I said, was 313 and 31 home runs.
I liked his teammate better, Andres Galarraga.
Big Cat?
Yeah.
Larry Walker hovering around the 75. Vasco, is Larry Walker a Hall of Famer?
This year, you're saying? Or just in general?
Either.
No.
So Larry Walker even thinks that he's going to come up short.
Even Larry Walker? All right.
Yeah, no, like direct on see Merrick's newsfeed here, a.k.a. Twitter. Although I believe I'm going to come up a little short today, I still want to thank you for all of you that have been pulling for me and showing your support. I'm grateful for all of you. It's been fun leading up to today and reading everyone's thoughts. Cheers. So, Larry Walker doesn't think Larry Walker's going to get in.
Well, the other question is really the steroid guys, right? Does Barry Bonds get in?
Put him in. They all
should
need
be in.
steroids.
I mean, they should be in.
Either they're all in or they're all out. Just make a decision.
Is Jose Altuve going to get into the Hall of Fame? Because he's got some asterisks now.
Yeah, a couple.
Right.
He's got nipple clamps, too.
Well, he's going to do this forever.
Do what?
Oh, I think that guy practiced black magic, so
Right.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, it's
he
like
shouldn't get
Serrano from Major League.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Just put him in. They were all doing steroids.
Well, Larry Walker is in his
No, they
10th.
weren't all. They weren't all.
95% of them were doing
I still think
steroids.
that's high.
90,
It's a lot.
94?
Okay, the number's high. I understand, but I think there are a lot more guys that didn't.
I'm afraid of needles, so those guys deserve to be in the Hall just because they were willing to do that like every other day.
Right.
No,
Some sort of endurance has to be required just to withstand that alone, right?
All right.
Who else we got?
Larry Walker's in his 10th and final year of eligibility.
Sorry,
Kurt
Larry.
Schilling is in his 8th year of eligibility.
Oh, it's his final. Wow.
He's gotten increased support of the year and could sneak in this time around.
I think Kurt Schilling's a Hall of Famer.
I think Kurt Schilling's a Hall of Famer, but I don't think his numbers hold up, though. I think we're blindsided by
Bloody sock game?
Yeah, the postseason. But let's see. Long career, that's for certain. 20 years in the bigs. All right. Let's see what he led the league in anything. Games started, innings pitched. Well, he led the league twice in 20 years in strikeouts. He eclipsed over 3, so he's got a total of 3,116 strikeouts.
Won the World Series with the
216 wins.
With the Diamondbacks and the Red Sox?
Yes. Yeah, he won it in 97.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
2004. I think he's a Hall of Famer. He doesn't have the required, though. He doesn't have the required, 500 wins? Is that it? Or is it 300 club? He doesn't have 300 wins. He doesn't have. He's like in.
He really doesn't have 300 wins?
No, he's got 216 wins.
Wow. That surprises me.
It's an average of 10 wins a year? 11 wins?
Yeah, just
somewhere in between.
Just under 11.
But then again, over a 20-year period, not every pitcher
Roger
lasts
Clemens?
so long.
Yes,
He
Hall of Famer.
absolutely should be in.
Vasco, you were in. What about? Where do you stand on Pete Rose?
I don't know. I mean, I think he should be in.
He's
I think so too.
literally
I
the
think
best hitter
They-
in baseball history.
of all time.
They had to change the rule though.
Tony Gwynn is the best hitter.
But they're just gonna leave a lot of people
Williams.
out.
Trust me, I know. Me, when I used to go to the ballpark as a young lad.
I agree with Serge. Like, you got to make a call. Like,
yeah.
I also like how Ted Williams was just a jerk all the time. Like, apparently, like he was just like the meanest guy, and he wouldn't tip his cap to anyone. I love it.
He was a jerk he hated the press.
I know. I dig it. I like when people are just like sour for their entire life,
for their entire career.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm just never
satisfied.
I'm pretty sure you can archive the stuff, or it'll be on YouTube, and you can go back to Sports Century that they did in 1999 and went through like the greatest athlete of the century, and the Ted Williams one is phenomenal. And they talk about him and how much he hated the press. Yeah. And every time he hit a home run, he spit up in the air in the direction of the press box.
Yeah.
He jumped on home
really?
plate.
Would he do that?
On home plate with 2 feet at a time, and when he landed, he spit in their direction.
Is it the best? I love it so much. And it was because they didn't vote him like MVP like 1 year or whatever when he had like one one of the best seasons of all time. And then so he's like, I'll never forget this.
Yeah, there's a story.
Guy's got that chip.
I've told the story, if not a half a dozen times, I'd be surprised. He's talking to maybe a new type of beat writer or somebody that was writing, and they're at batting practice, and all the writers are over there with whoever else, and he says to the guy, "You see those guys over there?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, and they're talking about the press that he doesn't like. He said, those guys, each one of them would give their left nut for Ted Williams to have a good year, a bad year, a bad year. And he goes, you know what? They're going to keep both their testicles. It's just, he just hated them.
It's the best.
I think Gary Sheffield should be in. His numbers are good.
Yeah, he was a good ball player.
Manny Ramirez should be in.
Yeah.
Implicated, never. Yeah. Well, yeah, he got steroids.
He got popped, didn't he? When he was with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he did.
But he should be in.
Marijuana's a steroid now?
First year on the list, guys.
Performance-enhancing drug.
First year on the list are Adam Dunn.
It enhances your calm mood.
And colors.
Right? There. And colors, yeah.
Many things. Doesn't make you
can see the ball better.
If you can hit a home run while you're high, man, definitely.
Well, who was the guy that threw the no-hitter?
Vita Blue on acid.
Yeah, on acid. Like, that's unbelievable.
That's right.
And how is that even possible?
Manny cuts off a perfect strike throw to home plate, just cuts it off in the middle of the outfield for no reason.
So,
well, you know.
First year to the ballot: Bobby Abreu, Josh Beckett, Eric Chavez, Adam Dunn, Sean Figgins, Jason Giambi, Raul Ibanez, Derek Jeter, Paul Konerko, Carlos Pena, Brad Penny, J.J. Putz, Brian Roberts, Alfonso Seriano, Jose Valverde. Anybody outside of Derek Jeter, do you think, I mean, do any of these have a possibility?
In first year of eligibility?
These guys are not going in first year.
Yeah, no. Outside of Jeter, I don't think so.
Bobby Abreu had a lot of
maybe.
And
like
Giambi
Giambi
stolen
made
base years. He had like 4 or 5 in a row, and they also, the really thing that sticks out Bobby Abreu is he had one of those incredible home run derbies. Josh Beckett, how many World Series did he win? He won did he win 97 and no? He won 2003, or am I thinking of somebody else? Eric Chavez, he won Rookie of the Year, and I believe. Adam Dunn, he hit a lot of home runs, but he's what, a 224 career batter. Jason Giambi, is he going to make it in? No,
not first year.
He won't make it in first year. Yeah, I agree with that.
Paul Konerko,
Ted Simmons,
Serge.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, of course I do. Come on.
Okay. Not Carlos Pena, not J.J. Putz. Soriano?
No.
He's in the 40-40 club.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. That's just me, though.
Why is the Baseball Writers Association of America, I'm answering my own question, the hardest one to get into for all the Hall of Fames?
A lot of players? I don't know.
Because it's the Baseball Writers Association of America, and they make it seem like it's such a prestigious club.
Yeah.
And if you weren't
it's
nice
kind of
to
how they framed it from the start, right? They set it up to be this type of thing, but I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out.
I think there's more political. It's more political in MLB Hall of Fame than probably any other. You know, that could be part of the reason why it's so difficult for certain guys to get in, things like that.
Wow. Jeter's going to go in by himself.
Yeah.
Baseball, though, wise, that's been what's really been in the news, and Serge, we talked about it, but guys, the whole Astros situation and what we're 60 days away from pitchers and catchers, less than that, 27 days away, and then players report or whatever. There's the Red Sox and the New York Mets, two major areas are without a manager, and so are the Houston Astros. Dusty Baker has been rumored to be the next manager of the Astros.
It's great.
What if they just like switch, like Alex Cora just gets hired by the Astros?
I don't know why the Dusty Baker thing. I was like, that's good for Houston because he's just gonna kill him. He's just gonna ruin him. And so
why is that?
Why is he being named?
Being the option. Why is that where we're at right now?
I don't know, but they have to do something. So the whole cheating
That'd
thing.
be great for Dusty though. I'm sure he'd love it.
I mean, I went from. I don't know. Last week I was like, this isn't enough. It's not a harsh enough punishment. And then since then,
I've been saying that this whole time. Now everyone's finally jumping on board with me.
Yeah, but since then, now it's a matter of they were like, well, we can't punish the players, and
why?
That's a great. Well, it's because I think
I agree. Like, why can't you? Yeah.
I think what I heard is that Manfred basically told the Players Association. This is hearsay. I can't quote anywhere. Players had amnesty from it to get all the information that they needed to.
That's what I heard as well. They wanted them to be honest in interviews.
They were honest, so they're like, no players are going to be punished. And
they gave them immunity.
Yeah.
But
to tell them everything.
Well.
Cheaters.
Yep.
Cheaters.
This is bad. This is absolutely terrible. It's not good for baseball.
Well, and it makes you wonder how many people have gotten away with things in the past and will continue to do things. I mean,
so we talk.
If a team is high profile, I mean, if there was a team that was more under their microscope than the Astros, I don't know who it is. You know, they've been under the microscope for better part of a decade here, and we just found out about this now, and that required leaks and things like that. It's like what? I mean, what else is happening?
It's fascinating. I mean, just the stories of the stuff that keeps coming out now continuously about the White Sox pitcher that was throwing sliders that these guys weren't swinging at. And he's like, why are they not swinging at this? He's like, these are perfectly good pitches.
Yeah,
they knew what was coming.
Knew it was
they knew it was going to land outside, so they wouldn't swing. And he's like, this is crazy. So,
does any other sport have this many high-profile scandals? Like, you can set it by your watch. Like every 2 to 3 years, there's going to be a huge scandal in baseball.
Football was up there
they
for a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is.
But it's not the same.
But that's
it's
just
not the same.
That's just the Patriots.
Because in football, they also fall. It also just goes away quickly. I feel like baseball things linger, and these are bigger scandals.
I think the NFL makes them go away quickly.
Well, they
don't
do.
Want the
they
press,
do.
The bad press.
Man,
but I don't think the MLB does either. So maybe they're just not
happy
doing.
Somebody's talking.
And
that
that's the funny
be.
thing is we talked about Pete Rose, we talked about steroids, we talked about cheating. What's illegal, what's not. So compare this, like you said, Pete Rose is like he cheated, and this is what happened to him. And now these guys did what's far worse, in my opinion. This is way worse than what Pete Rose did.
Yeah, Pete Rose was just
because he was
on game,
betting on his own team.
Yeah, himself. Yes, right.
But he was betting on his team to win. What's wrong with that?
He wasn't cheating.
Right. He's literally just betting.
He didn't
on
have
his
inside
team to win.
info. Yeah, like
right.
Like if you do, then you bet against certain things. Like you said,
it's
like
way
he's obviously
easier
like,
to make your team
I want to be
lose.
further incentivized when we win to be even extra happy because we won and I want some money.
Yeah.
It's different than the NBA ref scandal. What was it, Donahue or whatever? Donahue. It's not like that. It's it's a player.
Fixing games,
right, exactly.
Fixing games. He was just betting on his team to win. So I don't know. It's apples to oranges a little bit on what they were doing wrong, but this is such a black mark on the game, and it's really bad. And I said it from the get-go. I said strip their title, fine the players, suspend players, ban players. They need to do something because this is gonna. it's going to keep happening. They're going to do it again
it's not even that they were stealing signs. It's the length they went to and the technology involved and
like
it was precise.
Like, there's ways that you can steal signs and nobody really cares. Like people are like, oh, okay, yeah, that's we all kind of do that. We try to, it's like trying to peek at, your kid's hands when you're playing Go Fish,
like if you see Tom Brady under center and you see that when he taps his center's left hip, he might has the tendency to be going that direction or looking at this receiver.
Sure.
But that's just from studying film.
Exactly.
Yeah, which you're allowed to do.
When you involve technology, again, like the Patriots do, and they film practices and things like that, that's when it becomes an issue.
I don't know. It goes so far into this now that I don't know, man. Like it's really bad. So,
but for real though, are those players going to have asterisks when their time comes to be eligible for the Hall of Fame?
They should.
I believe they should too.
Jay, remember the Malice in the Palace?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember what the funny comment was that the guys said to each other afterwards?
Yeah, Steven Jackson looked over. Yeah. Artest or Jackson?
I think Jackson said it.
Yeah, Artest looked over at Steven Jackson. Said, "You think we're going to get in trouble? you think
we're going to get in trouble?"
After he just jumped into the stands and assaulted a player.
They're exhausted.
So that's a little more on the comical level to me.
Best lines
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, the fan was a jerk, like throwing beer at players and stuff. Like,
and the fan
I didn't have sympathy
do you know
for
that
him.
They went after the wrong fan?
Yeah, they hit the wrong guy.
Was it the wrong fan?
Because when they show the footage of this, I've seen this 1,000 times. They run up into the stands after the guy who threw the cup of water or Diet Pepsi at him, and that fan that threw it leaned back and basically pointed at the guy to his left, like wasn't me, like oh. So he dodged him.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
So
I didn't know that.
My point here was the comment they made. You think we're going to get in trouble for this? Is funny because now translate that to what's going on with the Astros. They're going to get away with this.
Yeah.
So now they can go, why? We didn't get in trouble last time. Why would we stop? Let's just keep doing it. Let's do something else illegal. It doesn't matter. What are they going to do? Fine us?
Or
apparently they're not. So,
other teams will key in on that too.
Yeah, so that's
like, they didn't get in trouble.
My point was when they said what should be done was strip the World Series. Easer A said on here, he's like, stripping the title's not going to do anything. Want to bet?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want this to not happen again,
it would. I still don't think you strip the title. I don't know.
If you want,
still think you could do that.
If you want, why? If you want this to not happen again,
listen to me.
There are other things you could do to also make it not happen again.
Do it all. Do it all. Make an example out of this. This is so bad.
It's bad, but
you're gonna be.
I mean, I would be all for suspending players,
generations to come. Generations to come in our lives are going to be talking about this. This is huge. This is the 1919 Black Sox. This is so bad. This is the biggest scandal that's been since in my lifetime of baseball.
But remember the story when I was picking up signs in a 10U softball game?
Yeah.
And there's certain things you do that's the same thing as banging on it. Like if it's going to be like if you know it's a change up, you say look fast, adjust, change.
Yeah.
Those certain words that you say.
Hey, one hand or two hand on your helmet on second base. If fastball or curveball. It's just simple stuff.
Or if you know it's coming inside, turn on it. Or if it's outside, go with it. There's certain things that you say, They're just banging on it. It's the same thing.
But it's their inclusion of the technology.
Using the technology.
To do
okay,
it.
that's what it is. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm not. Maybe I just haven't read enough into it and into the specifics of how they did it. But how is it different? How are they able to get signs differently from just watching games and seeing what signs the catcher's giving the pitcher, and then what pitch comes after that? What were they? What extra advantage were they getting out of the technology they were using?
To knowing if it's a fastball or an off speed.
Yeah, but they could know that from just watching a normal game, right? Watching normal game film.
Well, yeah,
in the beginning,
and tipping the pitches. So, we've seen that where they held. It was in the postseasons last year where they.
The live game has a little bit of a delay, so it's not
right. No, but leading up to the game, they could say, "All right, I've watched 10 games of Garrett Cole this year, and this is what happened." So, what additional technology? What did they get extra out of the technology they had? is what I'm saying.
You're right. Gibby knew that Eckersley liked to throw the backdoor slider on a 0-2 count.
Right.
It was a known fact, and so he went.
Yeah,
but
and you could tell what the catcher. I mean, you're supposed to switch up your signs too.
Well,
So obviously there's that.
Whatever advantage it was, it equated to roughly a 200-point difference in batting average, because you look at the home splits from the away splits, and that is the most damning stat you could find.
I didn't even.
It's there's one
You
dude
haven't
who
seen this yet?
No.
really bad, yeah.
was it the catcher?
It's 200.
I'll pull it up.
Dude, at home, there like the catcher or somebody was batting like 304, and then
Yeah,
on the
Brian
road,
McCann.
was batting
Like 105.
042 on the road.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sending it to you right now. So
That can't be possible. Like,
That's the most damning stat to.
it's probably never happened in
and
the
my
history of
thing
the
is,
sport.
why have we not heard from Brian McCann about the whole thing? Why hasn't he come out and said,
Yeah.
like, look, guys, he's the
Yeah.
first one to say, hey, you can't look at a home run.
Because their publicists
can't-
are saying, do not speak a word of
You can't
this.
flip
Yeah.
a bat.
You guys
can't
got
sign
away
hard
with
to my
this.
guys.
You
can't
got
do
away
this.
with it. Don't rub it in.
Well, the thing is, now that apparently Carlos Beltran was implicated by Alex Cora, and he's out of a job. Carlos Beltran was working for the Yankees. Alex Cora said that was the biggest free agent acquisition was Carlos Beltran, because not only the details he brought into the digital, and he kind of winked at the thing. So, do I get the divisional series back? Yankees versus the Twins.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
Can I go as far as to
Vasco.
fight for that?
McCann.
Yeah.
At home, batted 300, 382 on base percentage, 467 slugging, 9 hits, 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Away, .037, 161, .037 slugging.
Dude, that's
1 hit, 0 homers, 0
you're
RBIs.
right. That is the most. That is absolutely
Like
the
you
most
first hear
damning
about the
stat.
scandal, and you're like, okay, yeah, not that big of a deal. And then you look at the numbers, and you're like,
yeah.
what the hell?
Yep, there's 6.
That's insane.
6 players you can look
Yeah,
at their stats, and they're
multiple.
all like that damning. But that's McCann's by far the worst one, so it's fun to look at.
There's sports books that are returning bets of people that lost.
Really?
And these things, yeah. And they did it again on another one where it was like a bad.
Oh.
Nice. That's very nice of them.
So-
But that's what I was saying. I was like,
Who keeps their slip for that long?
Slip? It's a PR thing to be like, look how good we are. No one
Right,
keeps
right.
it.
Real quick,
Sorry.
Serge.
Unless it's digital, you can do it.
I forgot I heard this a few days ago. Buster Olney was talking about why stripping the title would be obviously detrimental to the Astros, but it'd be detrimental to the league because the amount of returns they would have to give to fans for every game they attended, including the series, that would be probably the biggest lawsuit in the history of sports, next to the NFL players suing the NFL.
Explain that to me more. Like, if you're a fan, okay, you're an Astros fan.
Because they can say, they have a case to say, we paid to go to X game, regardless if it was the series, but for sure the World Series. But let's just say any of the playoffs or even just regular season, they could say all of this was for naught, right? Like, we paid to go to a game that didn't matter. And Buster Olney says that this has happened in the past where fans have been given their money back when something has happened in this way. He's just speaking for why the MLB would not want to do this.
Of course, no. Of course,
right?
MLB doesn't want to do this. This is
So I
tarnishing
just thought that was interesting because I never
All
kind of
right.
considered that as a possibility.
Like,
I never even thought
how
that
petty of a
could
person
happen.
are you that I went to this game
Oh,
and
for
it didn't
sure.
matter?
For sure. I totally agree.
Did your memory go away? Did you not have a good time still?
Yeah.
Did you get your pictures?
When was that?
You gonna be refunded for your $9 beer that you bought at the game because it
Yeah.
didn't matter now? Like,
And the
where's it?
the
Where's it
commute,
at?
oh, we're going to
Yeah.
charge, I drove 20 miles to the game. Like,
here's my-
it's a
here's my-
slippery slope.
Here's my Shell gas station receipt
Right,
from that
right,
day. The Burger King sandwich that I had.
I'll tell
There's
you
gonna
why.
be somebody that does
Phil,
that.
I want it all back.
expense
I want it all
There's
back.
going to be somebody that does it and be like, oh, it's ruined my experience now.
Yeah,
And
you
it
want to
just-
know what, Jay? This one was mine. I'm taking it back.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
taking them
not
all
my
back.
thing to do that.
I think the people for the World Series would have a case, though. The fans who went to the World Series would have a case to
why?
say, well,
You
if
said-
that
it
doesn't
doesn't take
count,
away your memory.
then you're basically no. It doesn't delete the memory, but you could say I don't just go for the memories. I go to watch my team win a title. And if that title didn't exist now, like MLB, you owe me money then. I could see them having a case. I could
see them trying, but that's not the law. That's not.
Man, I wish the Astros would have won the World Series.
I'm just pissed because
then you could have T-shirts that say "recheat" instead of "repeat."
Yeah. Well, I put money on them winning the World Series this year, and this is the year they didn't cheat properly. I'm mad about that. I want my money back.
Money back. Yeah,
exactly.
The button breaking down. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about the AFC NFC Championship with Vasco and Super Bowl, and start talking about maybe some props that we want to look at. The big list of props aren't coming out till Thursday, so that I reached out to somebody to try to get those. Our friends from William Hill, and to get that, and they said the big list, and not, even though it's supposed to be like 900 some props that you can look at, which is ridiculous.
Geez.
So, all right, we'll take a quick break. Be right back.
Attention pizza lovers, we have exciting news for you from Vans. Vans Pizza is now available in Bettendorf. Vans Pizza and More has just opened near the TBK Plex at the corners of Forest and Middle Grove Roads. They have outstanding daily specials with that Vans Pizza you love, plus the famous bread nuggets, wings, salads, baked subs. Vans Pizza and More is a carry-out call-in establishment. You can have your pizza hot and ready within 10 minutes, or you can have it delivered. Delivery area is limited, so call Vans on the go at 563-232-1396. That's Vans Pizza and More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Chilling the heat of summer, melting the frost of winter. A story of courageous individuals bound together by safety and environmental protection, driven by a commitment for getting the job done right the first time. These are no ordinary men, and there is no stopping their equipment. Introducing the masters of comfort and efficiency, Precision Air. They'll be right there. It's hard to stop a train.
It's putt-around time. Get your foursome together for the 15th annual Big Brothers Big Sisters Putt-Around. Over 20 custom-built holes transform the River Center into the most innovative mini golf course ever. Only $30 per person and great for any skill level. The 15th annual Big Brothers Big Sister Putt-Around, sponsored by Wells Fargo and the Quad City Area Realtors, January 29th through the 31st at the River Center in Davenport. Sign up today.
From local to global, ESPN 1170 has you covered. Your Quad City sports show is here for you. Don't hassle us, we're local with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, J-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays noon to 2 on the Quad City sports leader. ESPN 1170 AM wants you to be an insider. Get access to great contests at ESPN1170am.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged. From the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
The Circle Tap in Davenport is your place to catch the big game on February 2nd. Watch the championship game on one of their 16 flat-screen TVs or relax on the heated patio. Enjoy $2 domestic cans, $7 big-ass Bloody Marys, and cash giveaways every quarter. Plus, one lucky winner will walk away with $100 at the end of the game. Soak up your booze with $6 pulled pork sandwiches and fries, or grab a rack of Circle Tap's world-famous ribs. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends during the big game at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
We're out in the great north woods of Scott County with outdoorsman and part-time motorcycle maniac Mark Brenny of Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf to see what he does in the off-season. Hey, Mark, what are you doing up in that tree?
Hunting deer. Don't want my family to starve this winter.
So, what's all that equipment you have there?
Well, there's my thermos, my Walkman Game Boy, pork and beans, microwave, newspaper, well, and of course my trusty gun.
So, how'd you get all that out here?
Only one way. Got me a new Yamaha four-wheel drive all-terrain vehicle. Made it in one load. Comes with front and rear racks, A-frame suspension, shaft drive. I even put a camouflage cover on this one.
Okay, so what's with the snowplow?
Well, you never know. Hey, wait. I see a deer.
Mark, that deer is as small as my dog.
So, watch this shot.
Oh, Mark, I think you missed.
Well, that's how most deer hunts go. So, let's just ride Yamaha four-wheelers the rest of the day. Hey, wait. There's another one.
See them at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, 4426 State Street, Bettendorf, across from Alcoa.
Did I hit it?
Almost.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
That was a quick minute. Hey, we're back. Don't ask us. We're local. ESPN 1170 AM. We finally got that Facebook Live up and running, which is nice. It's apparently my fault, I guess.
It's
I don't know.
always your fault.
I guess.
Makes sense.
But yeah, you can also listen to us on ESPN 1170 AM, the app, and ESPN1170am.com. Just got done talking about the cheating. I guys didn't give any love about my recheat shirt.
Yeah, it was great.
Or what do you do if you're the Nationals? What do you like? You just write repeat, don't cheat.
Oh, we
Cheat and recheat. We're in a boat.
there you go.
How about no cheat repeat?
No cheat, repeat. There you go.
There it is.
The Nationals doing it that way. But Vasco, I've talked to these guys. What were your takeaways from the AFC and NFC championship games?
Not unexpected,
Okay.
but perhaps I didn't expect the Packers to get shut out in the first half. That's for sure. But Chiefs, it was pretty much what I anticipated, except them getting down, early again.
Makes you
I
rethink
don't
it a
think
little bit.
we anticipated that, but obviously they kicked
gotta
in
be
the gear.
careful.
And
They got to be careful not to do that against the
yeah,
Niners, because that's not a team
The
that's going to
Niners
let
are
you
built
back
to play
into
with
it.
the lead.
All right, going back a minute
For
here.
sure.
The cheating T-shirts
Okay.
that are online.
there's
are
probably already some good
hilarious.
ones.
Yeah.
Tons. I mean, here this one says Astros and trash can and video Altuve, a buzzer, cheating, and Beltran's niece. That's a T-shirt.
I like the Jose Altuve when they asked him about his shirt and he said he's just shy and his wife doesn't want to take it off. And you can
Sure.
Google like Altuve no shirt and then come up with like hundreds of images.
The Houston Asterisks.
Houston
Ooh,
asterisk.
that's a
the
good
one. And they just changed the star logo to an asterisk.
Yeah,
that's
that's great.
great. That's perfect.
Bang bang change up. With a picture of a trash can.
Oh boy.
Swanging and banging. KT Kraft and more.
Now, we mentioned that we wish they could have come up with probably a better name to describe this. You would think the editor, who before they let the findings come out, would come up better than the banging scheme.
The Houston Buzzstros.
Yeah.
I feel like we all had a few of those schemes when we were younger.
That's what I said. It sounds like if we were like it. No, ladies.
Sounds
Hey,
like
present,
college
yeah.
There's one of the a mock of the Beatles album cover with the Astros on there now too.
The Astros. Okay, as a media guy, Vasco, what is the storyline you would be going for next, that you would be banging down for the next 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks now for the Super Bowl? Is it the Andy Reid? It's Andy Reid's time.
It's Andy Reid.
He has more wins than any coach who has not won a Super Bowl. It's Andy Reid's time.
It's Andy Reid.
Or is it Kyle Shanahan and picture of his dad becoming the first duo?
That is really cool, though. Actually, like, and it will be something they'll talk about, the first father-son duo to coach in a Super Bowl. But no, it's all back to Andy Reid. The guy has finally gotten over the hump. It's taken so long. What was it? 2004 was the last time he made the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Okay.
It was 04 or 03, something. It was one of those years
I would
right
see
there.
like more like Andy Reid shirts. I see he's hungry.
He's hungry for it.
Yeah.
That's really good. He's hungry for a win. He's more than just win.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
But I know that's what I'm going to be rooting for in the Super Bowl, is just for Andy Reid to get the win.
Well, my personal storyline is first SCW Pro alumni to be a Super Bowl champion, George Kittle.
That's right.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah, he performed on one of the shows.
The Lamar Hunt,
Trophy finally coming back.
Yeah, that type of thing.
That is kind of wild that the guy who founded it, the team never won it for 50 years or 60 years, whatever it's been.
He's passed away and everything.
That's got to be a cool feeling for Clark, though, his son, to hold the trophy named after his dad.
That's so we're going back to that talk about Tom Brady being pursued by the Niners, and that was Skip Bayless actually.
What?
Oh,
so now we know it's credible.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
What? That is hogwash. What? Why would that ever happen?
It's a stretch, but they're saying that if Garoppolo lays a dud in the Super Bowl, then they would go after Tom Brady next.
Dude, no way.
Okay, but he hit his.
That would not happen.
I hate to agree with Skip Bayless ever. What's the line on the game right now?
I don't know.
Chiefs
minus
by
4 or something?
1, I think.
No, yeah, one and a half, 2.
If
Yeah.
Brady was the quarterback for the Niners, what would the line be?
Why does
Chiefs
that matter?
by 10? I don't know.
Why does what the line is
After
matter?
this year?
Why? Just
Why
because
does what the line would be matter?
It does matter. It would matter. Jimmy G over Tom Brady, yeah.
Yeah, but that has no bearing on whether or not they're actually going to win the game.
Do you think at
You don't
this
think
point in their
Tom Brady,
careers,
the GOAT, it wouldn't change a line?
the GOAT?
No, he would change
Yeah,
a line.
that's what he's
but
saying.
I,
What do you
he-
think the line would
I
be?
agree Tom Brady would change the line. I'm saying, why does that matter?
But at this point in their
Wait,
careers,
they're,
is Tom Brady
they're
better
playing
than
to
Garoppolo?
just get the lines? Is that what the
Because
goal
they have
is?
2 weeks off here before the game. They have nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, that's
And-
why.
and
Exactly.
what they
I
do,
know.
they
And it
threw
all
out-
comes back to Tom Brady. The guy's out of the
they
playoffs.
threw
Let's
out
stop
a-
talking about
they
the
threw out-
Patriots
no,
for 5
They threw out a
minutes.
hook and look at us. We're idiots talking about it already.
Yeah.
Because that's all they did.
I know.
And I bit.
I know.
They've ruined basically my entire life. So
Got me. What if?
By the way,
Tom
Tom.
Brady-
really, do
the
you
last
guys
thing
think-
Tom wants to do is go to a team with Jimmy that they trade. That
Right.
they just trade. He got to trade out of New England and
Do
to
you-
go back. And
do you
What if
think
Tom Brady and
42-year-old
Andy
Tom
Reid-
Brady is better than Jimmy Garoppolo now, right now?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Maybe a little bit.
No,
But-
he did not.
He'll go to LA
look
or
like
something.
a good football
He'll go to the
player this year.
Yeah, the Chargers, yeah.
Chargers or maybe the Colts. I could see that.
I could see Chargers
Chargers are
or,
front
or
runner, I think,
Titans
right?
if Titans don't keep Tannehill.
They should be.
Originally it was
Phil
Cleveland, but
Rivers
that
just
was-
moved out of San Diego. He moved to Florida like 3 days ago or whatever.
So if he plays for Tampa, where does Jameis Winston end up? I got to guess. Chicago.
Oh my God, that'd be brutal. No. Enough.
Jerk.
He's like so anti Jay Cutler, but also kind of Jay Cutler at the same time.
Oh, gosh.
I hope it happens.
No.
I hope it
I'll
happens.
take Mariota. Take Cam. Don't give me Jameis.
You want
get
Mariota?
Jameis.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I would take him over Jameis right now. I don't think Mariota's done. I think he'll be all right.
I would take Jameis over Mariota.
I think I'd take Jameis.
But I don't
too.
want either. I would
At
not
least
want
you know
either.
the games would be exciting, and you'd be scoring points.
For the other team
dumb-
too.
Maybe,
with a dumb
maybe,
quarterback.
maybe Jameis with a good defense like the Bears have. Maybe that's just what he needs. Because when he throws those interceptions, defense can bail him out instead of
I don't
having
know.
to.
If the quarterback whisperer Bruce Arians can't rein the guy in, then
Right.
I don't know who
He
will.
threw for 30 touchdowns plus.
Yeah, and 30 picks.
Well, just-
30 picks.
well, that's
Threw for 5,000 yards too.
not important.
Backwards. What are you looking up, Jay?
I'm looking at the Jimmy G and Tom Brady's numbers. And
You're hooked now, too.
the argument is there that Jimmy G is the better quarterback.
I think he
by
is.
the numbers.
I think he today,
Got a
right
higher
now, he is.
player
Tom Brady
rating. He's
had
got
a
higher
rough
yards
year.
per average. All Tom has on him is
All Tom has on him. Finish the sentence. Go ahead.
yards.
Yeah.
Is more yards, and it's not by a lot. And he's got
And a whole bunch of rings.
4 more rings than him. That's it. Just 4.
Just four.
Right.
Just
Just
four.
4 rings. That's it. Let's keep this in mind. Jimmy's got 2 rings. This isn't
He
new
does.
to him.
He does.
He knows how to. He's
I'm
been
not
here
a-
before.
I'm not a big Tom Brady fan by any means, but
He's
goodness
been to the
gracious.
homecoming dance twice before. He's just never been named the king. All right.
Look at him. That man's got homecoming king written
He
all over
does.
him.
He does.
He really
That's,
does.
No
that's a
question.
prop bet.
Yeah.
Jimmy
What
G
if-
and the Miami ladies.
What
What's
if
the
Jimmy
over under?
G is the next Bachelor?
It'd be perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Don't get me started.
Don't Jace.
Don't get me going on that. I mean, this
I don't
thing
even
is
think these girls are ready for your Bachelor
this
talk.
thing is going all sideways already. And Peter's not messing around. His average for girls made out with per episode is it's off the charts more than anybody else. But that's something else. All right. Well, we have to take a quick break. When we come back, we have these 2 nice young ladies in from Hand to Hand, and we're going to talk about the chili cook-off that's going to be this weekend on the 25th, this Saturday, and it'll be out at the Mississippi Valley Fair. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
For nearly 12 years, Pints has been providing the Quad Cities with some of the best beer, drinks, and good times around. Join them Monday through Friday for happy hour 3 to 6 and enjoy complimentary Van's Pizza at 5 p.m. Stop in any day of the week for one of their daily specials. It's Pints at 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
This is Ella Schmidt, the 106-pounder for Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau zero rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All major restorations of the Quad Cities.
It's putt around time. Get your foursome together for the 15th annual Big Brothers Big Sisters Putt Around. Over 20 custom-built holes transform the River Center into the most innovative mini golf course ever. Only $30 per person and great for any skill level. The 15th annual Big Brothers Big Sister Putt Around, sponsored by Wells Fargo and the Quad City Area Realtors, January 29th through the 31st at the River Center in Davenport. Sign up today.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
Bring in a copy of last year's tax return done by H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, or any other tax preparer, and we will cut your tax prep fees in half, guaranteed.
This year, AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Save hundreds having your taxes prepared with AmeriFile, and you get free Rudy's Tacos, free Whitey's, free Chick-fil-A, Hungry Hobo, or Fresh Blend Smoothies. Trust AmeriFile's 30 years tax experience to handle any simple or complex tax situation. Remember, this tax season, save hundreds with AmeriFile, the best tax prep deal in town. Free Rudy's Tacos, Whitey's Ice Cream, or Hungry Hobo. AmeriFile Tax Centers, Davenport, Moline, and Clinton. Call 762-8087. That's 762-8087 or AmeriFile.com.
H&R Block is a registered trademark. After price taxes from last year's fees. $75 minimum.
Dennis DeYoung, lead singer of Styx, is bringing the Grand Illusion 40th Anniversary Album Tour to Rhythm City. The music begins at 8 p.m. on Saturday, February 29th. Witness hits like Lady, Come Sail Away, and Mr. Roboto. Tickets start at $27 and are available by visiting RhythmCityCasino.com, by phone at 844-852-4FUN, or in person at the Market Gift Shop. Dennis DeYoung, live in concert at Rhythm City Casino Resort.
Follow us on Facebook at ESPN 1170. We'll help break up your feed of relatives' hot political takes. This is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back to ESPN 1170 AM. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're live here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunride.
Genuine Pony.
Dunride TV and satellite. No, that wasn't my... what did you say? My homecoming
your homecoming song?
No, it wasn't.
Senior year.
What was it?
Walk This Way, Run DMC.
I do know what my homecoming song was in 1993.
What was it?
Fields of Gold.
Oh,
By
nice.
Sting. Yeah.
I think our prom theme when I was a junior was To Make You Feel My Love.
Ooh.
Garth Brooks.
Mine was the We're in Heaven
That's
remake.
from the Hope Float
like the dance
soundtrack.
remix. Yeah.
The techno one?
Yeah, the
What was
dance
it?
We're in Heaven dance remix. That was mine. That would have been
The
like
remake of the Brian Adams song?
Yeah.
And
But
Garth
like
Brooks,
the
that's a
dance
remake
mix.
of a Billy Joel song. To make you feel, that's from the Hope Float soundtrack. Pretty good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we are joined here by two ladies from the Hand in Hand Quad Cities, and they have a chili cook-off. Introduce yourselves, ladies.
I'm Samantha Yeager-Walrath. I'm
Okay.
the Development and Marketing Director.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Mary Beth Payne, and I work at the center.
All right, and you ladies, I'm sorry, Samantha, were you here last year with us as well?
I was not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
What center do you work at? Sorry.
Hand in hand.
Hand in Hand. Okay.
Yeah. And then Mary Beth, you were here with us last year.
Yes.
Talk about the cook-off, which is a great event, and it's going to be at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. That's right.
Yes, this Saturday, Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. It's at the new Fair Center. You can purchase tickets at the door. It's going to have 20 chili teams, plenty of silent auction and raffles, wine and beer pool, kids zone, plenty of fun.
All right. So does this go on all day, and then the chili cook-off the judging starts at 4, right?
So it's from 2:30 to 6:30. So join us really at any time. But
Okay.
yeah, judging kicks off around 4 o'clock.
And the new Fair Center, what was the old Fair Center?
Good question.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it's...
It's the biggest building they have, though.
Okay. All right, so Hand in Hand offers childcare, summer camps, a Girl Scout troop, bowling leagues, and many different activities. This chili cook-off is on Saturday, and all the proceeds of the chili cook-off benefit Hand in Hand's programs for children and young adults of all abilities. I've been asked to be a judge for this. I just found out I'm going to be judging 20 chilies.
All right, get your Pepto ready.
That's something else. I've never judged a chili contest before.
I have, Jay.
Yeah, and
It's a good time. You don't have to finish the whole bowl of each one.
Okay,
just take a little sample.
They didn't tell you that till you're halfway through.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was actually at Pints.
Yeah, we used
chili cook-off.
That's right.
I judged a couple ones up there.
I just keep thinking of the Simpsons episode where Homer coated his mouth in candle wax so he could get through the spicy chili. It's one of my favorite episodes.
So
I judged a mixology contest one time too, and that's actually where I'm dead serious. You don't have to finish every single one. So chili is going to be the same way. So you don't have to finish the whole thing. Take a sample and move on.
So the people that are at the event that aren't judging, they get to sample this as well?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. And then there's a People Choice Award as well.
There is, yeah.
How many years have you been doing this?
11.
11 years.
Wow.
And you guys are expecting just shy of around 2,000 people?
Yep,
probably?
2,000. Yeah.
That's incredible.
That is.
Yeah, this is
the People's Choice. How do you guys vote on this?
That's a good question.
It's all. We have a ballot ready for anybody who wants to. Anybody who attends can vote. But we've got.
And you guys actually count the votes for People's Choice?
We do.
Interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
Watch it there, Serge. Watch it there, buddy.
No.
But that's good. People want to know that. So where are the people who are participating, the actual cooks, where are they from?
Really all over the Quad Cities. We have local businesses participate, so we'll have Happy Joe's there.
Okay.
Famous Dave's is another one, and then there's local businesses as well. Permar's been a really long-standing team, as well as Fiddler Technology, so and even a few hand-in-hand families as well.
Okay, well, tell people about Hand in Hand.
We provide fun, inclusive learning and recreational opportunities for people of all abilities, including those with disabilities. So we really have a little bit of everything for everybody. Like you said earlier, we've got childcare, after-school care, our summer camp, which we're most known for, bowling, tons of evening and weekend programs.
And we also have an adult program, People with Purpose. That's an amazing program. It's 5 days a week from 8:30 to 2. And they go out into the community, and it helps them find jobs.
Oh, right on.
Interesting.
No, I'm very excited, very humbled that you guys asked me to do this. I just found out also that I'll be announcing the winners. So, yeah. Serge, I'll have to pick your brain over all this because there's five criteria for scoring chili: aroma, color, taste, consistency, aftertaste. Interesting. So. Judges, our decisions is final.
All right.
So hey, that means don't come up to me.
How many
later.
judges you guys get?
4.
Cool.
4.
Who
Wow.
else is judging?
Well, I'd like to nominate myself as a judge for next year.
Yeah, there you
I'm a
go.
big chili guy.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, in addition to Jay, we've got 2 local veterans, Jake Priest and Jose Cerda, and then our littlest participant, Nora Martin. She's going to be representing Hand in Hand with her.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Cool. Very cool.
Nora vote counts for 2.
What do you mean? What littlest participant? I thought that was Jay.
Yeah, that's really that's really
The cutest.
You had 14 minutes left, Jay.
I gotta get it in every time I'm on.
So, what other events do you guys do here in the Quad Cities?
So we've got our resource fair coming up March 28th, actually. That kind of, we're partnering with Gigi's Playhouse for that. Brings together about 40 different special needs vendors in the community, and it's kind of a one-stop shop for parents to kind of get those resources that they need. And then we're actually celebrating our 20th anniversary this year, so April 18th, we've got our big 20th anniversary celebration and fundraiser coming up.
That's going to be at St. Ambrose Rogalski Center?
Yes.
And you have 2 goals: to raise $200,000 for program support, and then $200,000 for preparing for a bright future. You guys can find this information out at handinhandqc.org, and I urge you guys to go out and check this out. This is it's an incredible event. We had Mary Beth on last year to talk about it. I know something was going on because roughly around the same weekend.
You mean like last year, like for last year's event, or are you talking like 22 days ago?
No, not like last year's event. I'm pretty sure because last year I didn't attend. Last year it was my birthday. My birthday will be on Sunday. So, but like I said, I was very humbled to be asked to do this. I'm excited to take part in it, and I've heard nothing but great things. Greg Dwyer and Chuck and Klinger help out for this, and they as soon as they heard I was at, they're like, "You're going to be blown away by this event." They said there's tons of people there. It's an awesome event. There's so many things to do, and yeah, I was just in a meeting with them last week, and I was like, "Well, I'm going hand in hand," and I thought they were going to be judges too, and they're like, "No, we do the sound system for it and everything," and they were just so happy that I was going to be part of it because they were just so excited to see my reaction to it because they say how great it is. So. And do people go? Can they get tickets for this?
Yes, it's $15 for adults, $5 for kids 6 to 12, and then 5 and under is free. Tickets can be purchased right at the door.
Okay, and that's going to be this Saturday, the 25th of January, and you said it starts at 2:30.
Yes, 2:30.
Yeah, it's going to be something else. So I got to. What do you recommend? Do I fast for this? Do I? What do I do? Do I?
No, maybe some Tums.
Well, that's afterwards, right?
I mean, a little
do they
preventative.
warn you? Do they like, hey, this one's hot? The
Yes,
cooks say this
they
one.
will.
They do.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because there's going to be all kinds of different ones. They'll be like, what did you say that you? What's your go-to chili, Merrick?
I make a very delicious shredded chicken enchilada chili,
Okay.
topped with sour cream and sometimes crispy tortilla strips.
Now, Serge, you're a cook. I mean, I bet you've got plenty of different.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
I
You got plenty of
enjoy
different
cooking.
chilies. What's your go-to?
White chicken chili
Okay.
is my favorite.
Usually
one.
there's one of those
Yeah.
there.
Yep. I think I made that one time at Pints for one of the chili cook-offs that you guys hosted. I was a judge one year and I actually participated one year, and I think that's what I made. And it, it didn't win, but I thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, mine is it's called halftime chili.
Yeah.
And it's a recipe that I found, and it's actually from Hy-Vee.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't buy Hy-Vee's chili.
Just buy a vat
I
of
don't
Hy-Vee
buy
chili?
Hy-Vee's chili, but
Sure.
no, you can Google it. It's a great chili. It really is, and it works. My family likes it, so no, I don't buy.
Are there like rules that?
Oh yeah,
make,
yeah.
Consider it a
that's
chili,
great
like
question.
parameters for the contest.
Well, usually each team will come up to the judges and kind of tell them about their chili and kind of gear it up so the judges will vote for that chili.
Oh.
But there's no like it has to have this in it to make it a
No,
chili.
we're pretty lenient.
So you could just do like Franken beans.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure
Hillbilly
they take
chili.
pride in what they're doing, but when you do
they
like,
do.
when you do,
I'd just be worried about collusion, Like I don't want Jay to have like a
Right.
buzzer in his shirt, and like when he's trying my chili, I just give him a little buzz so he knows to vote for mine.
But
yeah.
Jay, you're right. They do take pride in this, and they also have costumes, and they have a big.
What kind of costumes?
They each have a theme usually to their team, so it's a really
This
cool.
sounds
Cool.
This sounds great. This sounds really fun.
There was
Yeah.
one year where the whole team dressed up as the Baywatch team. So
Yeah,
you
Unfair.
never know
Unfair.
what's
what's
going to
gonna
happen.
happen.
wow, that's.
Do you have any photos of that or?
I'll see if I can dig them up.
Yeah.
But like one of the bar ones that you do, there's always a Yahoo who tries to sneak in like a mixture of Wendy's, Hormel in a can.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, and they're always like, oh, look what I did. And you're like, oh man, why'd you do that? But and then they get like People's Choice and like, oh, see, worked out. I like I said though, I'm assuming these places take pride in it and they want to win this. And do they get? So they just get like a trophy to the place that did?
Yep, we've got awards already. made
Is
on
there
everything.
one that is? You mentioned some places, but is there a business or a competitor that has won consistently? Is there a Patriots of the group that has won like six?
Smoke and Butt Barbecue has won quite a few years.
That's the one we need to keep an eye out for.
Alright.
So if you're out there listening, you're participating in this. That's the one that's got the target on their back. Is there anybody new this year that you haven't seen before?
20
I think
teams.
a lot of our teams are returning. Everybody really, really looks forward to it every
Yeah.
year. So
They're
we've got a
coming
lot
for
of
the
people.
crown.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to switch on you now, and we're going to talk a little bit about the football.
Because you know what goes well with chili?
Absolutely. And that's a great point because maybe
Everything?
once we figure out the winners, we might want to say, hey, you might want to contact this place. And they might not give away their recipe, but you have a Super Bowl coming up.
And maybe you
wanna
can
have-
purchase some for your Super Bowl
Or
party.
you can get it catered. If someplace big wins, like Smoking Butt, you can get a hold of them and say, like, hey, we need some chili for our Super Bowl party.
Exactly.
But if you're having a Super Bowl party, ladies, who are you cheering for in the Super Bowl? The 49ers or the Kansas City Chiefs?
Kansas City Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs. All right.
The Kansas City Chiefs, but I still like the San Francisco 49ers because of Kittle.
Yeah.
But I like Patrick Mahomes. See, you guys forgot about talking about him today when you guys were talking about quarterbacks because I think he's the best.
Well, friend of ours of the show, Leah, was on last week, and when she said he's the greatest quarterback, I scoffed and said, well, let's pump the brakes here a little bit. And then she wrote on Facebook, remember when you did that? And I was like, I remember well. I mean, he's got to win it. Yeah. He's got to win a Super Bowl first before we do these
You're
things.
Right. You're right.
So all right, let's go around our predictions of the game. We didn't get that far.
This is really tough to do already.
Yeah. You want scores and everything?
In
Sure.
Miami.
Sure.
So travel, take that 2 weeks, doesn't matter. Miami. Let's see. That's a lot. I'm going to flip-flop from now.
I know.
I've been trying to look at all kinds of things. The favored team, I looked at.
American and I have an over-under on how many times you flip-flop.
Well, get ready to tally those up. I can tell you that much. You guys go. Making me go. All
right, I'll start. I think this is what we were talking about earlier. You got offense versus defense here. I think Kansas City is definitely the better offensive team. San Francisco is definitely a better defensive team, even though they both have good defenses. This is where the cliche is offense wins games, defense wins championships. So that's why the Niners are going to win this game because of their defense. That over-under that we talked about at 54, I would still say over. So high scoring, we'll go 30-24 49ers. There's your 54 right there.
I'm kind of in the same boat with you, Serge.
And I can be 110% wrong, ladies. I might not have any clue what I'm talking about. That's the fun here.
I agree with all your points. I think maybe a little bit higher scoring. I'm going to take the Niners 31, Chiefs 28.
Ooh, close.
And I think it comes down to a last-second field goal from Robbie Gould.
Oh, man. You jerk. You got me twice today. You stuck me with Jameis. And now Robbie Gould's going to be the
Bears,
savior of the Super Bowl.
They've had good kickers since then, haven't they?
Stop it. Stop. I'd jump over this table if I could.
All right.
You're lucky I'm injured.
2 out of their 3 losses, the San Francisco 49ers, have come from mobile quarterbacks.
All right.
Other than that, they haven't really played anybody that's been mobile. All right. If you look at all their wins, Tampa Bay, James not that mobile. Red Rocket, Cincinnati not that mobile. Steelers, no.
What about Russell Wilson?
That's one of their losses.
One of their losses.
And it was a close game, but they didn't play. Cardinals, Kyler Murray didn't scramble for a lot. Cam, I don't even think Cam was again. Aaron Rodgers not, Drew Brees not, Jared Goff not. Those are their wins, and their losses are 2: the Ravens, the Seahawks, and the Falcons.
Mm-hmm. And the Falcons was pretty much
one of those
fluke
type
games.
So that's why. But their defense is incredible. That's the thing. They have 4 really, really fast guys on the line that can go after him. So now we need to look at the schedule of Kansas City Chiefs. But the Chiefs lost some of those. Mahomes wasn't playing.
Right. 4 losses for the Chiefs. Texans, Packers, Colts,
Titans.
And none of those really jump off the screen as strong defenses, though.
Losing at home to Green Bay.
I did Mahomes play that game? I don't think he did. Did he?
Now I want you to listen to the wins that they have and tell me about their defense.
No, he did not.
All right, the wins that they have on the schedule. Jacksonville is not Saxonville anymore. Oakland, Baltimore. All right. Then you got Detroit
at New England.
And their defense was good through the first 11 weeks, and I don't know what happened after that.
At Chicago, killed them.
There's your defense. There's your one defense. Your good defense in the Broncos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of I think we don't really have the litmus test of.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is where you flip flop. I'm going Kansas City.
Score?
35-34.
I don't think it's gonna be that close.
I hope it is.
I do too.
I got a betting question for you.
Sure.
So before the playoffs started, I put $10 on the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That pays out, I think, $45.
Okay, yeah.
Do I now go and put
Plus
a $10 bet on San Francisco to win the Super Bowl? Because if they do, I think that pays out like $22 or whatever.
Yeah, you had your
but
bet.
either way, I'm guaranteed to make money that way.
Yeah, you had your bet. You 100% do that.
Okay, I'll go do that.
And then you walk out $35 ahead of Kansas City guys,
Yep.
and vice
And
versa.
just a couple bucks ahead if the Niners
Yeah,
win.
you had your bet 100% if you do that. If you did a future and it's working out in your way, it's the same thing. Like if you did a 5-team parlay and 4 of them were on Sunday, and then the Monday night game was there, you got to go up and hedge your bet to make your money back.
Yeah, all right.
It's the responsible gambling. It's the oxymoron.
I will
of
go
everything.
make a responsible gambling decision.
Responsible bet. All right, before we go,
I meant to ask that
Yes.
guy why they changed their hours and they don't open until 1
I
o'clock
don't think he
now.
wants. I don't think he wants. To
It really
We'll ask-
bothers me.
We'll ask him. We'll
We
ask
should
him
have
next week.
shaken him down.
Yeah, we should have. All right. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in. This event, Hand in Hand Chili Cook-Off, benefits hand-in-hand programs for children and young adults of all abilities. January 25th, starts at 2:30, goes to 6 o'clock. It'll be at the new Fair Center building in Davenport, the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. You can get tickets at the door. Go and support this event. Thank you so much for coming in. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for thinking of our show when you guys want to promote it. Thank you for asking me to be a part of it. I'm very excited. So again, thank you so much, and then we'll be calling you guys out on social media with your picks for Kansas City if it doesn't come right. So,
Okay.
all right. Thanks,
Thanks,
for
Jay. Thank you.
Thanks for everybody who came in today. Merrick, thank you so much for filling in. We appreciate it.
So happy to be here.
Yeah. Thanks to Jake from Elite Sportsbook. Thanks to Dan Vasco as well. You guys have a hassle-free Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow.